Hotel Turkey. We open in South Texas at Alice. You know, all over the state there are fancy eating establishments and little greasy spoons. Some have great food, others have great ambiance, and some have great characters. Let's go to the most famous one in Wells County, Dena's in Alice. To call Dena's restaurant an institution probably wouldn't be stretching things too much. To call Dena herself an institution might be fair too, depending on the person you're talking to, of course. Customer Bob Walker is 92, and some people claim the only person in town close to his age is Dena.
When I walk in the morning, they say, "There's old Dena."
This group, customers and old friends all, have been coming to Dena's ever since she's had a place.
You're welcome.
They start gathering early in the morning and depart in ones and twos to be replaced by other coffee drinkers. Pinky Davis and Jelly Fleming will be leaving soon, and Shotgun Nunley will come in, followed by Les Brandis and Bud Kelly. Most of them are retired. Tom Crawford worked for the city. Zeb Futrell had the Trailways bus station. Bart Daly worked in the school system out at Agua Dulce, east of town. Lynn Stanfield was in the construction business, and Bob Walker, the old guy, had Walker's transfer. They all love Dena.
You got a pacemaker on her, you're wasting your time because she doesn't need it. She's wound up like an 8-day clock all the time.
I think they really come in here to aggravate, to tell you the truth. They catch fish over here, and the table of knowledge play the football games over, and the baseball, and tell everybody what they did wrong and what they ought to done. They used to call it the table of talent, and then they got to the Medicare table, and now it's the table of knowledge. I started out working in a restaurant, and I loved it so much that I decided to get in business for myself. 268 out of 3. Firehouse sandwich to go. Thank you, ma'am. The man I worked for a long time passed away, and he had been sick for a long time, so I had done most everything there at the restaurant.
You're going to pay off here.
Thank you.
I thought the coffee was free, didn't you?
Well, it might be one of these days, who knows? I thought, well, I might as well go in business for myself. I opened a small one 30 years ago, and I named it Dena's Diner. And we outgrew it, and I bought the one called the Queen Alice Coffee Shop. And Dr. Connolly owned the Queen Alice, the courts, and the coffee shop, and his health was real bad, and he told me, he said, "Dena, I want you to have this property, and I want you to build you a nice restaurant there, and I'm going to let you have it for a song, and you sing it yourself." And he really did. He let me have it for almost nothing. Dena, let me see. Do you still have French donuts?
Sometimes it seems like there's not a lot of turnover among the customers or the employees at Dena's. Mrs. Albert Hollub, everybody calls her Miss A, has been with Dena 22 years.
I love it. I love it.
This is probably the last of Dena Domain's restaurant locations. She sold this one just a few years after she established it and continued to manage it for the person she sold it to.
I love it. I like the people. I just like the restaurant business.
Dena has no plans to retire, and there is no doubt the table of knowledge will gather as long as she's here. After all, these guys like the food, especially Dena's pie recipes. But it's the company, especially the hostess herself, that keeps them coming back.
She's the finest in the country. Been around a long time.
They're always voting for the Citizen of the Year around here, and nobody ever puts her name in the pot, and she ought to be number one.
Thank you very much.
When our family faced a teenage drug